Namaste, everyone. So today's class is yoga for flexibility. Let's go ahead and start in child's pose at the bottom of your mat. Bring the knees wide. So use a blanket if you need to have some softness in underneath the knees. And then kiss the big toes together and slowly start to stretch the arms to the front. And let's start here by relaxing the body, melting down, dropping the forearms and the elbows on the floor, and resting the forehead on the ground. Just checking in here, becoming a bit more present and aware in the body. And concentrating on the feeling of the expansion of the breath here. Feeling the chest expanding, lifting up and away from the thighs on inhale. Expanding through the side, inflating like a balloon almost. And then exhale as you're melting down deeply into the ground. Maybe the chest is touching the floor, maybe not. Relaxing the forehead and using the navel, drawing the navel into the spine, particularly on the exhale. Helping to exhale all the air out. And then inhale, expanding through the side of the rib cage, back of the lungs, upper chest. And exhale, navel draws back in towards the spine. Emptying it out, letting go. Letting go of any tension, any thought, any worries that you brought here on the mat today. So particularly on the exhale, just sigh out and release. And on the inhalation, let's just set your intention for today's practice of becoming more flexible, either on the body and in your mind. With the next inhale, let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and out from the open mouth. Inhale. At the top of the inhalation, hold the breath for a moment. And open mouth and sigh out. Again, inhale. Hold your breath. And open mouth, sigh out. One more inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. Open mouth. Letting go. Now gently close your lips and continue to inhale, exhale only through your nose. Engage in your Ujjayi breath, your oceanic breath, creating a slight constriction at the bottom of your throat. Your breath becomes audible. Inhale in and exhale the same length. Take another round of breath in and out through the nose. Ujjayi pranayama. On the next inhale, lift the head up and come up on your fingertips. Start to walk the fingertips forward and then drop the head down in between the upper arm, aligning the upper arm with the ears and slightly rounding through the upper back here, lifting the chest away from the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, start to walk the hands all the way to the right. So the more you're moving to the right, the deeper the stretch. Stay up on your fingertips and just rest the head, rest the neck. Pressing the left hip particularly down into the floor, avoiding that to lift up and away. So keep grounding equally through the seat bones down into the mat. And feeling the body opening on this left-hand side, creating space in between the ribs. Feel the body softening with every exhale. One more breath. And come back to the center. Inhale to look forward, come up on the fingertips again, and exhale to walk all the way to your left side. So the more you walk to the left, the deeper the stretch. So just be very gentle and slowly find your edge point where you can hold that nice opening stretch for a few breaths. 3 to 4 more breaths here. Finding space on the right-hand side of the body. Avoiding lifting the shoulders off the mat. Trying to keep the shoulders the same height. And then slowly, with every exhalation, the body becomes softer and more relaxed. One more breath. And then come back to the center, walk the hands all the way to the front. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to come up into a tabletop position. Now bring the knees under the hips. Relax through the feet. Bring the hands right below the shoulders. And let's take a few sways side to side. And then come back into stillness here. Walk the hands, one hand bring forward. And then tuck the right toes under, the left toes under. And extend first the right leg and then the left leg. That's it. Good. So use the toes to move your body forward so that the shoulders comes right on top of the wrists. And then round a little through the mid-back. Make sure that the hips are not sagging down here, but engage through the navel and lower ribs. Good. And then bend the knees, come up on the toes, and then lift the hips up high. You come into a nice stretch into your downward facing dog. Keep it on your toes, on your tippy toes, and keep bending, exaggerating this bending of the knees. That's it. Now here you press firmly down with the hands, palms flat on the mat, hugging the elbows to the midline of the mat. So the elbow crease is rotating from the inside, almost facing the top of the mat. A very important motion. So you're hugging the elbows to the midline of the mat here. Always very important. And then lifting the lifting the shoulders up and away from the ears. Drishti gaze is in between your knees. And then from here, just the right heel is stretching down to the floor. Keep bending through the left knee. Finding a nice stretch again to the right calf muscle. Inhale to bend again. And exhale to drop that left heel down on the floor. Creating space on the side of the waist, shoulders stretching. Inhale to lift both heels off the mat and exhale to drop the heels down. See if you can extend the legs. If you can't, just keep micro bending slightly the knees here. Inhale to look forward in between the hands, and as you exhale, start to walk the hands slowly back towards the body. Hands to the front, bend the knees, and keep this contact with the earth. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Relax the head, relax the neck. Body weight equally distributed between the heels and the balls of the feet, so that the base, the bony part at the base of the toes. And again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Now here, bring the feet a bit wider, even like a mat distance apart. So bring the feet to the edge of the mat. And then bending the knees, inhale, see if you can stretch back through the back of the knees. That's it. So extending both legs here and then lengthening through the spine, looking forward. If you have blocks, you're more than welcome to grab them and to use the blocks so that you can find more softness in the back as you're placing your hands on the block. You can decide whichever height you feel is better for you today. Do not overdo, do not strain in yoga. Try to find a comfortable pose that you can hold in stillness. Breathe. And then from here, slowly walking the hands all the way to the right ankle. Grab and hold with both hands, and then inhale to look forward, and exhale, start to pull the body towards the right leg as you're widening through the elbows, pulling the crown of the head down into the floor and slightly leaning forward onto the mount balls of your feet. Inhale to look forward, and exhale, come back to center. Let's do the other ankle. So let's grab hold of the left ankle here with both hands looking forward. Inhale, and exhale to pull the body over the left leg, widening through the elbows, allowing the neck to freely hanging down towards the floor. As you bring in the belly to the thigh, keep stretching both knees back. Inhale to look forward, and exhale, both hands come back to the center. Now bend the knees slightly and heel toe the feet so that the feet comes again into this hip width apart. Inhale. Lengthen through the spine, looking forward, exhale, forward fold. Grab your opposite elbows and just roll here onto the toes, leaning forward, so that you can almost like lift the heels off the ground a little. Relaxing the shoulders, make sure you're not holding on anything. Make some yes, no with your hand. And then slowly release the hands down and start to roll up to a stand. So very slowly. The head come up last and one vertebrae at the time of rolling up. The hands and arms hang heavy down. Keep bending your knees to protect the lower back particularly. And then slowly to come back up, roll the shoulders back and forward. Just let them feel nice and loose. And let's walk to the front of the mat here. Nice. Bring the big toes together to touch and leave some space in between the heels. Inhale to reach both hands up overhead and exhale, bending through the knees, forward fold. Inhale to look forward and step the left foot back as far as you possibly can. Lower that left knee down. Bring the hands on top of your right knee and then push the body back. That's it. Good. From here, lift your pubic bone all the way up towards the navel so that you're engaging here, tucking the tailbone in and releasing a little bit the lower part of the back. So you're not completely plopping and collapsing forward. Really engage. Hug the inner thighs together like you're a horse rider. So you're really engaging through the inner thighs. Back foot can stay tucked in or you can release it as you please. And then inhale to lift both hands up. And exhale, grab hold of your left wrist. Inhale to lift, opening the chest. And exhale to arch over to your right side. You can stay here, you can drop your hands down on the floor, or you can grab your block and just place the block at the same, in line with the hip. And then you just drop the hands down and lean over to your right side. Make sure that your front foot is right below the knee or slightly beyond, never behind. So just be very mindful with the position of that front knee. And then rotate the chest, looking up. Inhale, come back up. Drop the hands on either side of the foot, half split. Exhale to send the hips back. Lift the toes, bring the hands back. Again, if you have your blocks and if you want to use them, have them handy under the hands. Inhale to open the chest as you lift. Exhale, forward fold and stay here. So if you fancy just to have the hands on the floor, just do it. Or keep using your blocks any height. If you want to a deeper stretch and you feel that is good for you today, just walk the hands a bit more forward and forward fold. Hugging the inner thighs together, see if you can keep that balance here, facing the midline of the mat without leaning too much to the left side. Take another breath here. And then inhale to lunge forward again. And then from here, relax that back foot. Open that right foot out. And spin onto the outer edge of the right foot. So you spin as you lifting the inner arch. Now you have many options here. You can use your block, your trusted block, and you can just place it under your hand, right below the shoulder. And then you can place your right hand onto the right knee and start to press as you find a deeper opening here, rotating the chest just to the right. If you feel okay, you can release and come a little bit lower down here. Still using your block if you want, coming onto your forearms. Let me just, like this. Or the forearm can be on the floor. So many styles, many options are there. Just find the one that is more suitable for you today. So every day is different. So what you did yesterday, it's not counting today. Just like observe the body and see what it needs today. Good. And then if you're here and you want to come for a deeper like quad stretch, you can try to bend your left knee and send that right hand back. See if you can catch your foot. If you can, it's like, oh, where is my foot? Just come a little bit higher up, maybe back onto your hand or hand on the block. And here you can just work on first bringing that foot towards that glute muscle. And then when you feel like that is your stretch, start to push that foot into the hand so that allows the opening of that right shoulder more. Good, and then very slowly release. Come up on your fingertips again. Now from here, we're gonna come into a flipped dog. Flip dog or wild thing. So thinking about bringing that right foot all the way behind my left leg. Okay, so let's do this together very slowly. I lift that left leg up and then slowly lifting that right foot and send it all the way back behind. Coming up onto the toes of my right foot and on the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale to reach that right arm up. And exhale, start to arch back as you send it back behind you, maybe looking back. Inhale. Exhale. And then look forward and down. Coming into a plank, forearm plank. So bring that right hand forward and then drop the elbow down. Drop the other elbow down, coming into a forearm plank. So make sure that the body is parallel, that you're creating space in between your scapula. You're looking forward. Good, inhale, exhale. Now clasp the fingers and the hands together. Bring the elbows closer a little and start to push that fist firmly into the ground as you're broadening through the shoulder blades. And then from here, we're coming into dolphin by lifting the hips up high and walking the feet forward. So see if you can stretch the heels down, otherwise just keep the knees bent. Working more on lifting the sitting bones up high again and pressing the elbows on the floor so that you're pressing the upper body towards the lower body. That's it. They're not moving forward, we're pressing back here. So strong arm. Upper arm, like exercising the upper body. Middle back, upper back. Shoulders. And then you can paddle off the legs here if that gives a bit more of a release instead of holding still the pose. Let's take another couple of breaths. And then slowly release the knees down, child's pose. Relaxing the arms alongside the body, relaxing the forehead down. Inhale to lift up. Come back into your tabletop position, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, look forward, and exhale, walk the hands back behind. Bending the knees, inhale to look forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to slowly roll up into a standing position. And then rolling the shoulders back and forward. Back and forward. Walking all the way back to the front of your mat, ready for the left side. Bringing the toes together to touch. Leave some space in between the heels. Inhale, reach the hands up high. Palms touch. Exhale, bend the knees. Forward fold. Hands on either side of your feet. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. And exhale, step your right foot back as far as you possibly can. Lower that right knee down. Bring the hands on top of your left knee. Inhale, push your body back to come into your Anjaneyasana. Actively engaging the inner thighs and lifting the pubic bone, zipping up all the way up towards the knee. Opening the shoulder, pressing the back of the body into the front. And then if you want, you can place that block, any height, just next to your hip. And then inhale to reach both hands up. Grab and hold of your right wrist. Lift it. Exhale to arch over to the left side. You can stay here. You can drop that left hand down onto the block and lean over to the left side a little. Checking the position of your left knee. And maybe you can just turn the chest, maybe looking up to the sky or the ceiling. And then inhale to come up. Bring both hands on either side of your foot, half split inhale. Exhale to send the hips back. As you extend through the left leg, digging that heel down into the ground, lifting and flexing that left foot. Inhale to lift and exhale to fold. Again, like more than welcome to keep your blocks under your hands. You can relax through your back foot and just pause in here for about 3-4 breaths. Again, the inner thighs together, avoiding to lean too much onto your right side. And then if you want, you can extend and walk the hands forward for a deeper stretch. One more breath. And then inhale to look forward, lunge forward, and then open your left foot out. Bring both hands inside. And again, many choices here. So you can drop the hand onto your block. Left hand press in onto, let me come a little bit more like this so that you can see what I'm doing. Left hand onto the left knee. And then spin onto the outer edge of your left foot as you open the chest. You can come down onto your forearms if you want to find a deeper stretch, or forearm on the floor. Twisting the body to the left. And then here, stretching that left hand back behind. See if you can bend through the right leg. You can grab hold of your foot. If you can't find it, just come back onto the hand like I did. And then you can come down again to deepen that stretch. Or you can just stay up in whatever option you choose is the best for you today. Rotate into the left side, rotating the chest, maybe looking up. It's a beautiful quadricep and hip flexor stretch. Now here, if you also want to add a shoulder stretch, you can press that foot into the hand so that the shoulder comes opens a little bit more, a little bit back. And then slowly, slowly release. Bring both hands inside. And actually heel toe. I know this from here, we're coming into our flipped dog or wild thing. So Thinking about bringing that left foot all the way back behind your right leg. So first, we'll lift that right leg up. Inhale as you lift that left foot and bring it all the way back. Keep that left knee bent. Keep that right leg straight. Inhale to reach the left arm up. And exhale to stretch it back behind. So it's almost coming into a Chakrasana here, Ardha Dhanurasana, so like a full bridge, a really full wheel. So really open the chest towards the ceiling. And then forearm plank, so turn the head to face down and slowly, slowly bring that left hand forward, closer to the edge of the mat. Drop the elbow down, drop the other elbow, and then find your forearm plank here. Readjust. Hunch the upper back a little, clasp the hands, bring the elbows a bit closer together. Good. Otherwise, you're collapsing too much down. And hold it in here. Start to press the elbows down firmly to lift your body up. Lift the body up. Engaging through the core, sucking the belly in. And then slowly from here, transition into our Dolphin Pose. So to walking the feet forward, lifting the hips up high, pressing the body back towards the legs, and then maybe bending through the knees as you lift the hips up high. And again, you can paddle off the legs. That feels nice. Or you can stay still. If the mind can stay still. Strong arms. And then slowly, slowly dropping the knees down. Breathe. Child's pose. From child's pose, come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to walk the feet back behind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale to roll up into a stand. Roll your shoulders back and forward. And then step to the front of the mat again. Bring the big toes together to touch. Leave some space in between the heels. Inhale, sweep both arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and halfway lift. Now exhale, step both feet back, coming into a high plank. From here, bring the feet together. Bring the right hand to the midline, side plank. Pivot to the right. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Engage the hips up high. Inhale and exhale to drop other side. So first readjust and bringing the feet together, shoulders on top of the wrist. Move the hands, left hand towards the midline, and then pivot to the left as you reach the right arm up and towards the sky. And then hug the navel in and lift the hips as high as you can. Good. So here, balancing on the outer edge of your left foot. And then drop both hands down. From here, drop the knees. And let's take 3 push-up. Inhale to bend halfway down. The elbows are pointing back. And exhale to lift up. Inhale, and exhale to come down halfway. Inhale to push up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to push up. And then Press back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, lift that right leg high. And then bend the knees, rotate, open the hip. Body weight equally onto the hands, so make sure that you're not lifting this right hand side. Really try to keep the shoulders parallel to the floor. Good, and then pigeon pose from here. Inhale, on the exhale, bring the right shin to the front. Now adjust here your position, take your time. You may want to use a blanket or a block right under your right glute. So you're more than welcome to place it like that. And then relax through the back foot. Check that leg, it should seem like a pointing leg, a pointing foot back behind. The hips are squared off to the front of the mat and parallel to the floor. The hands are by the side. You can place your left hand onto your right foot, right hand onto your right knee first, and then opening up here in the chest. Closing the eyes. Just pausing here for a moment. And then slowly start to walk the hands forward. And come resting down onto your forearms. Bring the hands together without clasping. Relax the neck and the head and just breathe. And very slowly lift your head up. Come back first up onto your hands. Remove your prop and just shift your body to the right hip as you swing that left leg to the front. Good. From here, you're going to bring the sole of the right foot on the inner thigh of the left leg. We're going to take our Chakrasana here. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the arms, opening up. Turn the chest to face that left leg and exhale, forward fold. Relaxing the head and the neck. Trying to keep the hands at the same height. And then flexing that left foot to engage through the hamstrings of that left leg. You can stay here, or if you want to increase that stretch, you can bring the right hand outside the left foot, left hand back behind, like come onto your fingertips here. Inhale to look forward and exhale to press that right elbow to the front as you bring the belly towards your thigh. And then relax that head towards the shin. Inhale to come up and slowly release. Now let's take a twist here. Left hand outside that right thigh. Right hand back behind. Inhale to open and exhale twist. And come back to the center. Cross your feet at the ankles and then rock forward. Again, come into a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, walk the hands back behind. Inhale, bend the knees, open the chest, look forward, exhale, forward fold. Roll up to a stand. Roll the shoulders back. And let's walk again forward towards the front of the mat. Let's repeat everything with the left leg. Bring the toes together to start. Press the feet, engage through the feet, pressing them, rooting them down into the floor, but at the same time, lifting through the inner arch. Tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, reach both arms up, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, step back into a high plank. Good. From here, drop the knees. Inhale. The exhale to lower. Push up, inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale, push up. Exhale 3. Hover. And then come back up. Press the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up and back. And exhale, rotate the hip, bend the knee, open the hip to the side. Good, preparing for Pigeon Pose. Inhale and exhale, bring that left shin to the front. Drop it. Have your prop handy. A bit more fast. If you need it, you can just place it underneath your glute. That's my best side. So I feel more open and I feel like I don't need any prop. So just observe and find your best side and see if it's a left or if it's the right side. And something I should have said before, but I didn't, so better now than never. If this is too much of a posture for you, you're more than welcome to just bring that right knee out. So you're making like a Z shape with your legs, and then you just move forward and just fold forward like this. Do not overdo. If you cannot keep the knee on the floor and the thigh on the floor, don't do it. There's also another position, like another option on the back, but that you can take. But I prefer, like, if you cannot do it, just to stay here and bring the knee out. And then drop the forearms down, bring the hands together, drop the head and just rest. Breathe. Keep the attention in that space in between the eyebrows. And very slowly come back up into your hands. Shift your body weight to the left hip and swing that right leg to the front. Chakrasana. Then bring the sole of the left foot inside that right leg. Okay, like this. I think everything is black, so maybe you cannot see much. And then inhale to lift the hands up high. Turn the body to face that right leg, flex the right foot, inhale and exhale, forward fold. And then if you want a deeper stretch, you can just bring that left hand this time outside that right foot. Right hand back behind into the fingertips. Inhale to open the chest, looking forward. And exhale, you start to press that left elbow forward as you bring the belly to the thigh and bring the forehead to the shin. Squeeze the quadricep muscles onto the bones. So as you're engaging the opposite muscles, the antagonists, the other muscles are somehow relaxing. So in order to find a bit more of a release onto your hamstrings, just try to engage more through your quadriceps here. And then slowly release. Stretch both legs forward. And bring the soles of the feet together. Grab hold of the ankles, open the chest, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. If you want here, you can relax full forearms down. Letting the head hang heavy down and just closing the eyes. Pressing the knees down towards the floor. And then slowly coming up. And all the way back without changing the position of the legs. First, coming down to the elbows. And then to the floor. Good. Let's just try to stay on the mat. Bring in one hand onto the heart, the other hand like a couple of fingers below your belly button. Tuck the chin in, close the eyes. And before you drift then off into your final relaxation, just observe the energy and the strength, the life force moving in your body. And placing this life force, this energy into the deepest tissue layers of the body, nourishing, oxygenating, creating space, softening. And coming back, bringing all the energy back in the body. Make some final adjustments here before your Shavasana. And then when you feel that your lower back is completely settled, you can extend the legs forward, bringing the feet as wide as the mat or wider than the mat, bringing the hands away from the body. Make sure to leave some space under the shoulders. Tucking your chin into the throat, enough to lengthen and stretch the back of your neck. And then relax the feet, relax the hands, curl your fingers a little so that you're not holding on anything here. And then let's take one deep breath in through the nose and out from the open mouth. Inhale deeply. And fully exhale. And letting go. And breathe. Rest. Stay in your Shavasana for as long as you feel. And just try to keep still for at least another minute or two. If you can stay 5 minutes, stay 5 more minutes. Make sure the body is warm. I'm gonna leave you here. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you feel energized and more open. See you next time. Namaste.